Hey there, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to your weekly Wednesday tarot reading where we will be discussing the week of May 15th to May 21st, 2025. All right, let's see what's in store for all of you. Definitely take a gander at these. This might be for somebody right now. But anyway, who's it? Pause, reflect on the images as you need to because that might be something that, hits your intuition stronger than what I describe, okay? So Aries, we're gonna see what's going on for us during this time. Starting with the oracle here, which is hip hopping and flying out of my hands right now. Let's see. All right, so Aries, you do have sunshine here. I've actually never seen this card come out in a reading, so that's beautiful. Optimistic, let your nourishing sun rays shine upon you. Spread your arms and receive the light and love life has to offer. I'll read that again. Let the nourishing sun rays shine upon you. Spread your arms to receive the light and love life has to offer. Good fortune and harmony are on your side, Aries. Breathe that in, okay? The sun, even in tarot, is like the happiest, the most joyful, the most peaceful card in the whole deck. If this is coming out for you right now, all right, be prepared to receive the abundance. Know that you are in alignment for real, like in alignment. All right. So anyway, on the bottom of the deck, and it's so funny that even this image has someone with their arms spread. Coincidences do not exist, okay? And this is an earthly card, like an earth elemental card that and full of foundation, like what your foundation should be in life right now or what you can expect. And this is like on an emotional, more spiritual level. This is water, okay? So you have a spiritual path, righteousness. You're being called to do the right thing and take the high road above all else. Don't let your ego lead you astray or have you stand still, okay? Be mindful to select choices that align with your true self and support your spiritual growth, okay? Always be honest with what you really want, who you really want, who you really want to be, like all of those things so that you can stand in the sun, Aries, all right? So let's see what other messages come out for you for May 15th to May 21st, 2025. All right, messages for my Aries collective, please. And I want to thank you all for being here for all the times that you are. Like, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. All right, so for my Aries, we're going to go through your challenge here. What can help you with that challenge? Your past energy, like present, your potential outcome, as well as your advice. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is throwing, like, emptying your cup of what, he said, she said, like, all of those things, like, anything that does not serve you, goodbye. Like, any preconceived notions of what love means to you or how you should be treating yourself, how you should be living your life. Don't let anybody tell you how to be your most authentic self, Aries. That don't make sense. You know innately how to be you and what you want for yourself, okay? So subconsciously, that's what you're doing. You're like recategorizing, you're revamping, the way that things work for you, the way that you manifest, like all of those things. It's time for some, we're still in spring. This is some spring cleaning, okay? Energetic spring cleaning. Your challenge here is the King of Swords in reverse. So your challenge is actually being able to sift through the noise. Like you're still in the midst of spring cleaning, so you're having trouble. Some of you, actually, this is more of a good thing. You're having trouble telling yourself no in specific circumstances. You're having trouble like not moving so fast. You're having trouble like not it's like kind of not being grounded, to the point where you're just like, a very free spirit. For others of you, Aries, it's more of you're having trouble dismissing all the negative thought processes like I can't, I'm too afraid, I have too much anxiety, I have too much worry, so it's either you can, and it's just like, oh my God, like I'm just gonna be all over the place and move and blah, blah, blah. And for some of you, it's the complete opposite, okay? Depending on who you are, that's how it resonates. But what can help you with that either way is the Seven of Wands here. Just making sure you have those barriers up, that what inner voice is yours and what comes from somebody else. Just being hyper vigilant on the energy that comes in, the people that come into your life. Have those boundaries, okay? Let me see. For your past energy, you do have the Ace of Wands here in reverse. It does seem like you didn't step up to the plate in the past, Aries, where, even if you wanted to do something, if you had a love for it or whatever, who's it, you didn't you kind of let it fall through. And it's always been like a what if situation, or it was in the past at least. The Justice card here is that, and I'm so glad that it's here for you, Aries, because now you're just not letting that happen anymore. There are no more what ifs. You are doing yourself a service. You are taking charge. You are allowing karma to rebalance itself. But you're allowing karmic balance to happen, and you're here for it. You are ready to step up to the plate, which is beautiful for you. Or you are ready for alignment, which is why the sunshine card came, why the spiritual path card came. That is why you are ready to take in, to receive, okay? You do have the Six of Swords here in reverse for your potential outcome. This is you standing in the sun. This is you deciding and having that decision be so strong that you are, ready to sit and bask in the enjoyment that life has to offer. You have made a decision, and that is it. It is final. That's where you are, So I love that for you, Aries, and it is going to result in you. This is your advice here to I heard be famous before you're even famous. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stick yourself in front of a camera. You have to do things for other people and blah, blah, blah. But your advice is to kind of be your own paparazzi. Be proud of yourself. Have this energy about yourself before anybody else does. Okay. Celebrate your victories, do a personal photo shoot, congratulate yourself, give yourself the accolades before anybody else does, because you've been through a lot, Aries. You deserve it. Okay. So give yourself the things that you deserve, and make it fun, make life fun, all right. So Aries, we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be a great week for you guys. We're going to go ahead and start to clarify what's here and see what else we can get. Whether it's more messages, whether it's deeper messages, we're just going to see what Spirit has to give us. Like I said, thank you, Aries, for being here. If you would like any personal readings from me, that information is in the description down below. So, feel free to book or to browse of what I offer. Okay, there are written readings, there are pre-recorded readings, and there are Zoom personal readings with me. Okay, all right, so let's see. Clarifications for my Aries, please. Let me see. All right. So, challenge. What can help you? Past, present, outcome, advice. On the bottom of the deck, Aries, clarifying that Ace of Cups in reverse, you do have the Strength card in reverse. Okay, so this might have been a long time coming, or it might be hard for you to actually let go of these preconceived notions of what self-love has meant for you. It just might be quite a process for you to go through. You might be feeling that rather vulnerable right now, because it's a lot of revamping. It's a lot of rethinking what you want for yourself, what you want for your life, what's standing in sunshine, and what being available to really embrace your spiritual path, what that really entails. People get afraid of what they don't know, so just because it feels like it's a really vulnerable time for you doesn't mean that it's not something that's fantastic. Subconsciously you just need to go through it, go through the motions, try to enjoy it, realize that it's actually something that is feeding your soul. Okay. You do have the King of Swords here in reverse for your challenge. It is here clarified by the 5 and the 7 of Swords as well. Okay, so the challenge here is more so that there's there's like kind of an argumentative aspect of it. um you know the 7 of Swords represents like a thief in the night type of situation. um I feel like some of you are having trouble like not cutting corners, being patient with yourself, telling yourself like telling yourself that you can take the shortcut on this journey that is life. um or beating yourself up about taking the high road in the first place. That's what this mostly is. Like, some of you are just like, on the King of Swords there is a butterfly representing transformation, representing growth. And it's like some of you are like, I could have gone that I could have been at a specific outcome already if I had just, done this little thing on the side, or if I had just blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Like, that is your ego talking and trying to keep you safe. Also, not really in this point, because lying and deceiving will tip the energetic scales not in your favor. Okay, so, but you are having that fight within yourself. And it's a little difficult for you to get over that, some of you. What can help you with that is, like I said, the 7 of Wands. Like, those thoughts are not conducive to your growth at all. They should hit up against the boundary and bounce right back off and go someplace else, because that's not what you need right now. It's clarified by the 7 of Wands is clarified by the King and the 6 of Cups here. This is manifestation energy. This is remembering the thought process behind the things that you do, that the things that you embody, who you want to be, like all of those things. This is like a master at manifestation, like having power. If you really think about it, going the good route, or the high path route, has actually gained you more benefits than if you went the sneaky route. So if you really sit there and think about it, where would you be happier if you had done some shady things, or are you happier now? Do you have which one has the better potential for you to have a better, more auspicious life? Especially because I did see the Justice card for you somewhere. Like, if the universe is karmically shifting back into your favor, or balancing things out, and you had been shady this whole time, how do you think that will work out for you? So it's that type of thing you got to put into perspective. Past energy, you have the Ace of Wands there in reverse, clarified by the 2 of Cups in reverse, as well as the Balance card in reverse. Okay, so with that, like I said, in the past, it doesn't seem like, or it rather does seem like there were things that you just kind of didn't take action on, that you wanted to do, that, or who you wanted to become. You let things fall to the wayside. You let people and situations separate from you, and it just didn't make you feel aligned. You were rather put out by it in the past, and it's like a source of regret. So now with the Justice card, you have, oh wow, 3 major arcana here for you, Aries. You have the World and the Emperor, clarifying the Justice card. You are right where you need to be. Like I said, you have made a decision that, things are going to be right. Okay, you have stepped up to the plate. Especially with that Emperor card there, you're being brave. You're wanting to see the beautiful aspects of life. Ultimately, you're wanting to prove to the universe and to yourself that you have learned the lessons in the past. That's why you didn't go the shady route. you know you no longer want to miss opportunities. You're creating them actually for on your own, like that type of a thing. You're taking charge of your experience, and just knowing that things have no choice but to go your way. Like that that is the ultimate energy that you have learned about, and you're implementing it. At the end of the day, The Six of Swords is clarified by the Justice once again, as well as the Lover's card here in reverse. Okay, so like I said, you have made that decision, like justice will prevail. You know, you have like a healthy detachment from the things that don't serve you, or just things in general, because again, like you get to make it up as you go. Like if you know that this, that, and the third is coming for you, why are you like hooked up on the when, or why do you even have so much of an attachment for it when you can basically materialize it from a cool, unknown place? It's going to come, at any point in time. There's no reason to like pine over anything or just feel, um, like you don't have, like you're in your abundance era. Like that is the basis of it, Aries, that you are in your abundance era. And because you have decided to be, like, that's all that you ever needed, and you actually believe it. That is all that you ever needed. Okay. The advice here for you, Aries, has to do with that Six of Wands victory. It is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Cups here. Okay, this victory, or the advice of feeling or embodying victory before it even comes, has to do with a lot of self-love, and a lot of knowing that opportunities have no choice but to present themselves to you because you have decided so. You have already decided that you won, that you are successful, that you are abundant, Aries. Things have no choice but to go your way. You have decided you are the emperor. That's it. All right. So, love that for you, Aries. I'm going to go ahead and pull some shadow work that may be helpful for you during this week. All right. So, let's see what comes out for my Aries for May 15th to May 21st, 2025. So, you have here resentful. Think loving thoughts for the person or yourself that you resent. It's restricting your emotional happiness. You also have subconsciously on the bottom of the deck, inconsiderate. Act with compassion and kindness. Be thoughtful and polite. It just feels better on the inside. All right. All right, Aries. So like I said, stand in that sun. Be receptive of it. Hold your arms out wide. You got this, okay? Because you decided to have it. Aries, take a gander at last week's weekly Wednesday video. If you did not see it, I will see you soon. And thank you for being here. Toodles.